As far as the answer to the question is concerned, it's very simple question I have asked. You remember in the last 7th session also, I raised the question on this particular matter, and it was recorded in the official report proceedings. I have the copy with me. So I will not dwell into much on the plantation aspect, because I myself understand the gravity of the situation. This needs a proper understanding between the two states, and therefore I'll not go more into that. What I'm interested, Speaker Sir, is after the 1972 interim agreement between the government of Nagaland and the government of Assam, we are such an obedient state, Mr. Speaker Sir, that we have withdrawn all our outposts, NAP posts, and also the police stations in the Assam-Nagaland area, especially in the disputed area belt. But on the part of Assam, instead of reducing, probably they have increased. I wish to know from the Honorable Deputy CM in charge of Home and Border Affairs, how many police stations or outposts are still in existence towards Assam side of the disputed area belt. Speaker Sir, I am the most vulnerable area on the area. My constituency covers the longest stretch of border between sharing Assam and Nagaland, having 105 kilometers. Now, in this stretch, every now and then, almost every day, there is border skirmishes between the scuffles between the citizens of these two states, Assam and Nagaland. And instead of pondering on some important issues, I spend most of the time on all these tensions. Many a times, instead of putting the burden on the state government, at my level, I settle on almost on all issues. The recent incidents are, there are 2-3 incidents. I'll just refer one, two to save time. One is, there is a petrol pump established by our Naga entrepreneurs at Ralang, near Yampa village. It is very much a part of the Naga homeland. Even if you go through the 16 point to 9 point to 16 point to all these agreements, these are all a part of us. And within the jurisdiction of Yampa village, petrol pump was established. This so-called neutral force, because they are supposed to protect both the citizens of Assam and Nagaland. Neutral force are CRPF and some other central, what is called CISF. All these are being posted, planted in the border areas. Now, instead of taking a neutral stand, these people are protecting the citizens from Assam side. And if they are real our homes, I don't mind, because we have been living in good relationship since time immemorial. But these are mostly illegal immigrants. Now, in connivance with these people, they keep disturbing our people on the border, those who are living in the border side, and even stopping for the operation of the petrol pump. That is a recent incident. I have lots of videos which may not be very able to play now, but such are the evidences I have. Now, from the government side, from the government of Nagaland, unfortunately, our forces, it is very minimum in number. The police force, the IRB force posted at the border areas. Whereas from that side, there are quite a lot, including the neutral force. So, as of today, we are not in control, they are in control. Whereas from the 1972 agreement, interim agreement, it is already crystal clear that there should be, status quo should be maintained, and respect for both the state machineries should be maintained. But such kind of everyday violation is there, which I would wish to bring to your notice, Speaker Sir, on this Dhaka stuff. What is happening in the seed farm? Seed farm, Mainabani, does not belong to the public. It belongs to the state government. Even then, when there is a small fund allocated from the department concerned to repair the quarters, small crossroads, all those are being disturbed. Speaker Sir, And as of today, our response is not as expected. I don't wish to go further than that, but not expected. So these are the grievances I have from my constituency. But that actually still belongs to the government of Nagaland. It is the bounden duty of our government to ensure that the seed farm is protected. But we are not allowed, and the neutral force themselves are paying those immigrants whom we are keeping them as laborers, as tenants today, are the ones trying to usurp, take over the land. So I wish to bring to the notice of the government, through your chair speaker, sir, that all these are urgent issues to be attended, lest we lose our land and our property to the illegal immigrants. Now, how it is happening? Because neutral force itself is not neutral. And there are more police outposts being erected instead of withdrawing after the 72 agreement. As I said, I'm repeating at the risk of repeating that we have withdrawn. But from their side, instead of withdrawing, they have been increased again. So how much? How many? Now, in the last assembly, I also raised about raising village guard in these border areas. Our Honorable CM was kind enough to intervene in my question. And he was explaining the difficulties because it is something to do with the Ministry of Home Affairs. I wish to repeat that again, that in his presentation, he was also saying that this cabinet decision is under discussion to review in what manner we can address the interstate border and how to protect it. This is, I've taken out from Dr. Nipirios, Chief Minister's, the report from the last year proceedings. Now, I'm happy that he has come back to the original party where he has started his career, as he has been mentioning and telling all of us, and how it has been proven that he himself was taking interest in this border issue from the youth days. That I'll quote just 3 sentences. I remember in 1977, when UDF won and took over the government led by Mr. Bisol, I was serving as Nagaland Youth President, UDF. That time, the core party was known as UDF, United Democratic Front. Today, it is known as Naga People's Front. And the government organized all the youths from all over Nagaland and came in below Patkai College, and then the youth force, since there were no missionaries, manually, he himself was engaged in manually. We dug the road from Patkai to Newland, dividing into different groups and districts, and that's how we built the road. So, from the youth days, from the beginning of his career, he was interested in the entire protecting the Naga areas. He himself was engaged in constructing the road. I guess he's fully aware of the situation, and therefore, now, this issue we need to attend very, very urgently and seriously. That is, so my question to the Honorable Home Minister is, I have another question also, but I'll come back later on. But how many police stations, how many outposts Assam have so far? Now, well standing, let me also just pass on the question. To the Honorable Minister in charge of power, last year, I was also invited by Honorable CM to be a part of the cabinet meeting when we discussed on this border issue, because there was an eviction drive in the border area. Speaker sir, you are aware, it was a joint eviction by involving both the state government officials, Nagaland and Assam. And we have successfully evicted the illegal immigrants. So therefore, more action has to be follow that, including the plantation tribe, which I don't want to drive today. So in that meeting, I raised the issue of extending the power line from Nagaland side to the village called Achumbemo and other border areas. Because the villagers and the Ralan area Rotha, there's a small pocket organizations, and the women group, they were collecting money to buy fuel for the generator, for the IRB posted at Achumbemo. So I raised this issue at the cabinet meeting, and Honorable Minister in charge of power was assuring me that this will be looked into Today I wish to know whether any action has been taken, Speaker sir. Then, to the Honorable Minister in charge of Forest, I have lots of questions. My question, I hope you'll give me some, you'll use your discretion to give me some more questions. To the Minister in charge of Forest, now, this, from the government of Assam, what they do is, they send the forest car with in the guise of this neutral, under the shelter and coverage of this neutral force, they send forest car in this disputed areas. Because we have already decided Assam police and Nagaland police will not indulge into fightings. So therefore, they are using the forest car to patrol and to, because all these are actually reserve forest, because all these so-called disputed area where the forest, reserve forest belongs to us. If you see from the 9-point agreement, all this belongs to us. Unfortunately, it has not been transferred legally so far. But they are using the forest guard, patrolling all this. So, from the forest minister, I also wish to know how many forest guards have been posted in these areas and whether we are sending any forest patrolling from our side. Because from the Assam side, they are doing. And to the Honorable, come back to the Honorable Minister, Home Minister again, that the assurance, Achumbemo, as of now, I have received a representation from the public that they are requesting to the Achumbemo Village Council, requesting for retaining IRP at Achumbemo Village till establishment of NAB post. So far, I have been demanding that there should be a permanent post for outpost of NAB in Achumbemo, and also Lumayim, Megiran River, and this Lungchung. But in the reply, there was no concrete assurance. I wished if the Honorable Minister can give me an assurance. I also have a representation from the Raland area Rotaho that after the last, these are all addressed to me. So I have to point out this to the House through your chair, Speaker sir, that they have sent me a reminder that after the last eviction trial, the land belonging to this portion of the Raland area, the Hoho, the villagers, they had a meeting and they have decided to donate 10,000 acres of land to the government of Nagaland once it is settled. That is the assurance given to us, and it has been, they have given me a reminder again. But no action has come forward so far from our side to settle the issue. So these are things which I need clarifications, and if you can permit me more time, I have something more to say. Thank you, Speaker.